My bad about that. My shit died on me. It died on me. Oh no. Help me, please, help me. These little batteries. Where that motherfucker at? It just died like a motherfucker on me. Little bitch. See that, John? Dead as a motherfucker. Oh, of course, I had to zoom. I had to back it up because I'm in focus. Yeah. We the fuck back though. Yo. Instagram live. Yeah, man, it takes a while to have all this shit work back again. Yeah, we're back again, people. Yeah, I had some shit fuck up on me for a second, but it's all good. All right, let's get this back going. Something went wrong. Of course it did. Sure, of course it did. All right, and that is good. But yeah, man, we were talking about the Alex Preddy and how it doesn't make sense, and do we have the authority to really carry and be protected because that was wrong and it was obvious wrong and everybody knows it was. That's why we're all infuriated. We're mad as fuck about it. It doesn't make sense. We're going over and over. Like, what the fuck do we do now? What do we do? Because they're lying about it. The fuck government's lying about it right to our face. Like right to our face. The fucking government is lying about that shit. So I just want to I just want to talk about what do we do. Hold on, let me see something. That's quite all right. Oh yeah, we're back, baby. All right, cool. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Or not Twitch, excuse me, Kick. That was a big mess up. That's hilarious. Yep, so I can see you on there. I can see you on nope, Instagram actually fucked up, so I can't see you on IG no more. Yeah, and Facebook. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so guys, yeah, let's go ahead and get right back into it. There is, like I said, rules of engagement. There's another thing that the Trump administration said something about the soaring food prices and being that they're not coming back down. And obviously, we all know that Trump was talking about during before he was elected that he was going to drop prices for all the everyday American people. So, being that that didn't happen, this is what these motherfuckers had to say about that, John. I'm gonna pull this clip up, and it is out of touch. Doesn't even begin to cover what these people are if they think that this is how people are living. Um, it's just crazy. So let's go ahead and pull this up. See, we could do that. All right. This lady really said. I can't believe she said what she said, like on national TV. Like, why would you do that? That history, all the history. Oh, why it doesn't want to pop up, I don't know. But let's go ahead and do it
While
like that.
we're asking Americans to reconsider what they're eating, are we actually asking Americans, especially those who are living on the margins, are we asking them to spend more on their diet? And the answer to that is no. We've run over 1,000 simulations. It can cost around $3 a meal for a piece of chicken,
Come on.
a piece of broccoli,
Come on.
corn tortilla, and
We're going to stop it there at the corn tortilla. I'm going to run that shit back. We're going to put it back on the screen. Where's the corn tortilla at? Right there. Corn tortilla. Boom. Look at the look. I want you all you guys to look at this. All right? I need you to understand something. and I really need you to understand it. These people that are governing our United States of America, all right? We put them there, they're representations of us, our taxpayer dollars are funding them. The actual money they use for their food come from everything they tax us on. And they tax us on every fucking thing. So we all know that they tax us on everything. They just told us that this is what we should feed our families. A piece of chicken, right? Not even the whole, a piece of broccoli. I can't even get the whole broccoli joint. I can't get the whole joint. Let me get the whole broccoli joint. No, I can't even get the whole broccoli joint. Piece of broccoli, corn tortilla. All right, now this shit took me out. The corn tortilla took me out. Because when you look and you hear and you think about a corn tortilla, what culture pops up in your mind? I just wanted to give you guys a second so you could think. The lady said that. She said that. I'm gonna run it back. She said that. I didn't even say it. She did.
For a piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, corn tortilla, and one other thing.
One other thing? Hey. What the fuck else is that other thing for $3? Something bioengineered? Yo, these people don't care about any of us. Anybody that's not them or someone in their call log, they don't care about. I just needed to point that out because this is some obvious shit. Now, I like podcasting. And I'm starting to realize everybody, not starting to realize, I kind of already knew it. Everybody's not on the same wavelength, okay? There's some people that are still at a lower frequency. There's some people that are still in a transition period of trying to get there. And then there's some people that really intelligent, really bright. They walk in, the energy, you can feel it, or it's like, everybody's not that person. So I get everybody hasn't gone through their journey and learned enough to be able to tell certain things as soon as they see it. But something like how they're talking and these shootings and this video, these are obvious and apparent atrocities. They're obviously lying to our face. It is obvious racism. All of this shit is obvious. Brutality, obvious. And yet still people are in the comments talking about some, yeah, but what did the other person, oh my God, what did they do? Oh, there must be more to it. It don't have to be more to it. People think there's got to be more to it. People have died for less, unfortunately. In this America, people have died for less. Complete lies. Bro, they just, I forget the guy's name. Oh, man. He was executed like 50 years ago or like 60, 70 years, something. It was like mad long ago. And they just found out, but they already knew. They've been knew. They exonerated him, but he's dead. How you going to exonerate? How you going to play with their family? How you going to play with that fucking family like that? Talking about some, oh yeah, 7 years after we executed one of your elders. Oh yeah, he really didn't do it. Like he said he didn't do it. Motherfucker, 1.7 million, nothing. That shit don't bring him back. It don't bring him back. What are we going to do with this money now? We gonna celebrate the fact that y'all, man. If y'all don't understand why people are infuriated, don't talk to me. Get away from me. I don't even want to explain to you why. This is for the people that already understand. We're gonna go through all of the stuff, and we're talking about what next. What can we do to stop it from happening again? Stop it from happening right now. That's what we're doing. This is an open conversation. This is why I would love to talk to see what people, are thinking about it. I would love to see that. Would love to see it. All right. Let's see. Yeah. I actually kind of like asking people, especially random people that don't know me, from time to time, different, just random questions about little life, little philosophical things, maybe just to, just to see where people stand. People that don't have a bias, they ain't no reason for them to lie to me, so they're gonna tell me what they think. I ask people, if you couldn't go into ShopRite, or you couldn't go and get your own drinking water, you couldn't go grab some water from the store, Wawa, whatever, Aldi, or running water, like, the services that's dried up. How would you feed your family? You know what people tell me? They tell me they don't know. They don't know how they would feed their family if they couldn't just go into the Acme and be like, hey, yeah, just throw it in the cart. People go over to the meat section. They look at all of the meat sliced up, all packaged, all nice, and they completely forget that that was a living animal. Now people we know, we know, motherfuckers know. I'm not stupid, but you ever heard of that thing called that saying out of sight, out of mind? Yeah, that's a gift and a curse. Ignorance really is bliss, but that shit will get you hurt too, man. Now, you don't have to know everything, but you don't know where to get your food and water from, some shit go down, you ain't ready for no revolution. I also want to tell my people this. Everybody talk about revolution this and revolution that. Are you even ready for a revolution if one was to happen? The first thing they would do was cut resources, choke you out. They want you dependent on them. The government wants you they want you fearful of them. They want you dependent on them. They've always wanted that. It's the power. Because people are a commodity. We have a value to us, regardless of this AI bullshit and the technological age, industrial age. People still have a value. There's certain things that still need personal oversight. People still have to fix these machines and stuff like that too. So why so much control? Right? Um, there was a man jailed. Now I believe this might have been like 2012. This is a little bit older information. All right. And if you guys don't mind, give that share for the live. For some reason, I think a couple of these sites are suppressing me. I don't want to believe that. So yeah, man, prove me wrong, guys. You share it. Somebody sees it and they go live. I know they didn't shadow ban my black ass. They might have. I don't think. No, I really do think they shadow banned me. But yeah, there was a man jailed for collecting rainwater. I'm gonna show you guys this clip because this makes absolutely no sense to me. How the government can claim the water that falls from the sky, like this is where this is where we're at now, people. This is where we're at. This is where we're at. People are. How do you claim the rainwater? I guess that's always been a thing. It was there was I guess a law that was passed in 1925 stating that people could do that. But let me show you this clip. What's the guy?
I don't
Gary.
text.
All right, here's a question for you. Should water be considered public property? Well, what if we're talking about rainwater that you're collecting on your own property? An Oregon man was sentenced to 30 days in jail for collecting rainwater on his personal property.
Well, according to a decades-old law, that's the government's water, and he broke the law. Joining us right now to share his story is Gary Harrington and legal advisor, pal, constitutional researcher Dominic Notter. They both.
All right, now, look. That's a lawyer and a dude. They locked my guy up for 30 days. They actually did lock him up. Now, this clip, I need y'all to understand something about this clip, man. Remember I told you they never cared to give a fuck about us? Look, man. This lady that's interviewing, that's talking with this guy, the anchor, the female anchor. This chick triggered me, yo. Real bad. Real bad, and y'all about to see why at the end of this clip. She triggered me real bad. Real bad. Let's go ahead and just run this, John. And I also put a link of all of the videos that I got this information from in the description on YouTube. And not sure if we can do that for the Facebook. But yeah, we'll make sure that everybody knows where we got this from. So if you go to the YouTube page and all of that, you'll see in there in the description after I post it up after the live, you'll see all of the sources that I got all this information from. So if I get a name wrong, if I get a town wrong, don't hold me the fuck to it, man, because I can't even remember motherfuckers' names. Like, word up. I'm so bad with names. It's so crazy. I hope I get better because I am terrible. Bro, I'm terrible with names. I'm really trying to get better. But yeah, let's run this clip here. That way we can see the fuckery that the government's been on since forever and a day.
Joined us today from Portland, Oregon. Good morning to you guys.
Good morning.
So, Gary, the state of Oregon says you are a water thief, right?
Isn't that terrible? Boy, we've had these ponds for 37 years, and they were designed and built for the purpose of fire protection. And they've been used for fire protection 4 or 5 different times by 3 different agencies, and to protect homes, protect property. But yet now they want to drain them. They're putting me in jail for
Dominic,
it.
why?
Well, it's an overreach of the law.
I told y'all she's triggered me. Is she triggering you yet? I don't know. Maybe you didn't hear enough.
They're saying that the diffused water that runs across the property can't be collected by Gary for the use of this, and that's totally outside of the definition of the law itself. And anytime there's a law that has overreach like this, it's up to the jury actually to decide the law and the fact. And that's what's happened here is actually an action that's breaking his civil rights, because the jury was disallowed from hearing this. The very
disallowed. See what happens when you systematically stack the fucking deck, right? Like they've always done to marginalized people, black and brown people, all around indigenous people since the fucking beginning of time. This is what they fucking do, okay? They move the goalpost. That's what they call it, all right? They move the goalpost so that they can say, oh, technically, yeah, we didn't do that. It's just like, oh, yeah, they changed the rules on you at the last second. So they knew the jury had the opportunity to overturn what the law was. So to eliminate the possibility of that happening, they didn't let the jury hear certain aspects of this case. How are you able to move the goalpost like that? What's the point of having rules and regulations and checks and balances if you could fucking move the check and the balance whenever you feel like it, whenever it's convenient for you, and whatever the hell you up to? Whenever there's some money to be made, whenever there's some power to grab, you can just change the rules. You can look, what the hell do rules mean to people that don't live by them? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that story of the dude? Oh, so let me bring shit up I got. Y'all remember the story of the dude, before I run this clip and y'all see why this chick fucking triggered me? Y'all remember the story of the dude, the pastor, somebody went over to that island. He ain't no fucking business being there. You ain't had no business being there, bro. You know you ain't had no business being on that island. Everybody said, stay off the island, bro. They indigenous people. They're not used to nobody. They probably kill you if you go there. They real aggressive. This dude, oh yeah, we're gonna go and we're going to pray with them. I'm gonna bring Jesus to him. Look, man. I can't even ask him if it's worth it because they killed that boy. And not only did they kill him, they speared him. I think he left. He made it away. Then he went back to try to do it again. Oh my God. RIP to him. I hope he's sitting right next to God because that's a soldier right there. You talking about a soldier? That boy went back after they wounded his ass. Said, I'll kill you, you come back. And went back anyway. I don't think I've ever seen devotion like that ever in my life. So do I want to be that devoted to God? I don't know. He was devoted because he was like, oh, I'm going to die and I'm going back. Bitch, I'm dying, but we still going back. Things are the way they are. They're not the way you want them to be, right? So we have to realize where we are at. I know what the Constitution says, but look at what these motherfuckers is doing, bro. Look at what these motherfuckers is doing to us. So if the police ain't gonna step in, who the fuck is? Who's stepping up? Who finna step up? Who's fitting to step up? They was mad at Paul Birdsong. They was mad at him. Hey, yo, won't we do it to ourselves? Bro, get this. I don't know what the Black Panthers been doing, but I haven't really heard of them since the tragedy that happened back in the day, you know? So to Bobby Seale, Huey Newton, all right, so we know what, and others. We know what happened in Philadelphia when they bombed that shit. Look, man, look. It be your own people sometimes. We got all this other stuff going on. You see somebody standing for something and you guys are mad because he's using the name. He's giving back to homeless. You know what? We're going to get to that. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this clip. We're going to get the rest of this clip right here about the water because that's one way that, and I'm not sure if they changed the laws by now because like I said, this might have been 2012. I'm thinking this 2012 just happened back in the day, a little while ago, or you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to see if they changed the laws since then or now. You can look it up because Google's free. You can go ahead, you can look it up your fucking self. But I'm going to show you why this lady triggered me. This is also another thing that certain people, let's just say certain people keep doing, and they don't stop doing it. It's like they're completely out of touch with society, completely out of touch. Watch how this ends.
Fact that would stop his case from finding guilty and from finding him guilty, they were denied to hear it.
Well, it just does seem so crazy. And we're looking at some video of firefighters taking some of the water out of your pond to use on an adjacent property owner's fire. Well, it all comes down to, Gary,
the fucking nerve. The nerve. You gonna use his water too? And you gonna use his water for a fire next door too? The fucking nerve of these people, bro. Yo, the nerve.
They say that there's a 1925 law there in Oregon that gives the Water Commission all the rights to the water. And apparently that includes water that just is naturally flowing to your property or occurring on your.
So what do you really own? You can't even capture the water that falls on your property?
Property, right?
Well, that's not true. That's not true.
That's where the misapplication is.
That's what
it
the
says
state
tributaries. Yes, it says tributaries. It doesn't say anything about rainwater.
It
snow
specifically
melt.
excludes the others because it defines what is a tributary.
But guys, what I'm trying to get at is why do they want to drain the ponds? For what benefit?
We're in the prime season of fire season. I mean, look at Colorado, everywhere else it's burning right now, and they want to put him in harm's way, and they're going to charge a $100,000 fine, up to $100,000 if a fire goes off his property onto another person's property. How is that justice?
So
it's big government getting greedy.
Yeah.
No, this is clearly a misapplying.
I don't text.
All right, here's a question for you.
That's just big government getting greedy. That's just big government getting greedy. That's the story. That's the story of our lives. Big pharma, big government getting greedy. When is enough? What is enough profit? I know this is a capitalist society. What is enough profit? I think that's the problem with capitalism. There's no cap to what you could charge somebody. There's no cap to how much you can make.
Really a misapplying of a law. That's why the jury has the right to strike a law down in this case. If a law is inappropriate in a given case, the jury has the right to do this. And the jury doesn't know this. And when they're precluded from hearing this, from understanding this, how can they be a fair jury?
Right.
How can they be a fair trial for it?
So, Gary, are you going to report to jail?
Oh, if I have to, yes. And I'll pay the fine. But boy, I am just going to fight like crazy to keep.
So they ask him, are you going to go to jail? Can I ask you something? What the fuck else is he going to be able to do? What, he going to run from the cops? 60-something-year-old man? What you think he going to do? Are you going to go to jail? No, he's going to run from the cops for the rest of his life. Just stupid questions.
The water in the ponds.
No,
The only thing he did wrong, the only thing this guy did wrong was stand up for what's right.
Sure.
I mean, he's guilty for standing up for what's right. What's next?
it
We go out in
seems
the
crazy.
wintertime?
Guilty for standing out. I'm pretty sure this was 2012. I'm going to look back at it, but when I looked at this before I logged on, because I do my research before this, because I got to fact check some shit. Pretty sure this happened in 2012. Or at least started in 2012. He lost the hearing, had to do 30 days in jail, and they fined him $1,500 for capturing rainwater. It's still relevant what he's talking about because history is repeating itself again, people. And how can you call yourself a intelligent, civilized society if we keep allowing this shit to keep fucking happening? It's almost enough to make a sane and or intelligent person feel like they're going insane sitting watching this shit in the world. This is fucking obvious kind of shit going on right now. Like, real obvious shit going on. But I'm sure they're asking him, is you going to jail? Like, does he have a choice? Watch what this lady say. Watch how, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all just gotta see the shit. You just gotta see it. Cause what makes you, oh my God.
On Gary's property, and you open your mouth and catch a snowflake, and the state's going to say you're the containment, and that's their water?
Are they going to start regulating our air that we breathe?
Eventually.
Next, solar panels and sunlight?
Well, it seems like a crazy story, and we're sorry that you're going through this, Gary. Maybe we'll pay you a visit in the slammer. Hopefully you won't be there too long.
What we
Bro, what? We'll pay you maybe we'll pay you a trip in the slammer. And then she laughed at that shit, bro. Hey yo. Chick laughed at that. All right, so there's a couple pet peeves I got to go over. Um, as I'm podcasting, you'll probably see me get triggered by certain things every now and then. Okay, that's somewhat of the beauty of podcast. Sometimes it's a good one, sometimes it's a bad one, but my moral compass be setting me off. And when you don't consider the other person's feelings about what you're doing or what you're saying, and sometimes how you're saying it bothers me because you start looking like a bully, like you don't care how you make other people feel. Like you can't put yourself in somebody else's shoes and imagine how it feels to go through whatever the fuck the person's going through, whatever you're talking about. The person that can't have the ability to do that, I realize who they are, but then we just have to stop talking because you don't have the ability to understand where I'm coming from. Why would you laugh at that shit, bro? I'm gonna run this shit back because I'm not tripping, bro. What the fuck about this person in life is funny? And this is what's going on. Some Christy Nome ass shit. Some JD Vance ass shit. Some Charlie Kirk ass shit. Like, bro, how don't you give a fuck about how you're making people feel? But see, because I have the ability to hit the switch and then stop. I don't have to get emotional. I just do because I care. I don't have to. But when people don't give a shit about other people, it sets me off. This chick laughed. Oh, we'll come visit you in the slammer.
Breathe.
Eventually, like solar panels and
Stupid
sunlight.
fucking.
Well, it seems like a crazy story, and we're sorry that you're going through this, Gary. Maybe we'll pay you a visit in the slammer. Hopefully you won't be there too long.
Yo, that's disgusting, bro. Like, yo, who raised you, yo? Like, that's insane. How, yo, that ain't no, hey, yo, yo, she said that on air, right? And then she went off to the next segment like it wasn't nothing. Out of sight, out of mind. It ain't a problem until it come knocking on your door. I could probably bet she ain't never been detained. And even if she has been detained, she ain't never spent a night or two, a week, a month, a year, locked up in a cage like an animal. You know what I think? I've always like to become a judge. I think you should have to at least do a day or two or a week in jail before you start sentencing motherfuckers to 5, 10, 20 years. I think you should do some jail time. I mean, real official, come up with a story, fake it till you make it ass you in there for some fake shit. Just don't go in there. Don't make no problems, all that. See what it's like. Before a judge can tell you got 5 to 10 for whatever the fuck it is, I think they'll think a little bit more if they did a week or two. County jail, you ain't even got to put them in. Look, some people say they'd rather be in federal prison because you have a little bit more freedom because people are going to be there for a minute, so they let you get a little bit more freedom and stuff. So sometimes the county jails be the worst, I heard. And I did, like I said, it was like a week. Got transferred once. It was for some fine shit. But once you locked up, it don't matter what you in there for. You in there with everybody else for whatever the fuck they was in there for. So anybody that want to joke around like that shit is funny, that's ridiculous. Nowhere near funny. Yeah, let me show you that Paul Bird song. Yeah, you guys can watch me do that joint here. All right. Paul Byrne song, change his name. Change his name. Black Lions. I know I spelled it wrong, but I know something's got to pop up. But yeah, if I don't get it to pop up, I'm just gonna let y'all know. He changed his name. He changed the name, guys. The guy from Philadelphia, that has a really good following behind him. You know, activist, called himself a Black Panther at one point in time. Yeah, he changed the name, guys. He changed the name to Black Lions instead of Black Panthers because he was getting pressure from people, um, from within the organization to do it. So he did. So yeah, I'm trying to find the original clip. That way, I don't have to play somebody else's clip because I know the original's on here somewhere. He was the one that was just speaking. Um, yeah, no, don't see it. So I guess I'll just play this one from over here because I know he's probably gonna play the clip.
Traditional
I don't
dropshipping
normally
is
do
that
this.
what we need to do is register with AutoDS.
I don't normally do that. Like I said. Yeah, I don't normally do that. I try to play like the original clip. But yeah, I really do like hearing what you guys think about it. So whether you want to tap in with a live, you want to drop a comment, put a comment in, whatever you guys think about what's going on. Yeah, be greatly appreciated because hearing what you guys are talking about and what you think about certain topics, that might help lead to another conversation that I could have on another show. So I would definitely appreciate if you did that. And yeah, no, let's go ahead and see if you can skip this shit. All right. I really don't want to hear him talk. I want to just get to the clip. All right, the clip's finally moving. All right. Okay, so let's go back to that motherfucker right now. Let's go ahead and let's play it now.
Other members were coming, that he withdrew his support. And I got a message from Aaron Dixon today saying that he no longer supports us. That after he gave me orders to make a video saying that him and other members were coming, that he withdrew his support. And that he said that this situation is unimportant to him, even though my comrades have risked their lives and spent thousands of hours of their time and dollars and life standing behind a cause. You know, he said he's going to make a statement saying no one has the right to call himself a Black Panther going forward. I told him to make sure that he put in that statement that he did in fact give us the right to call ourselves that, because I still have the messages where he did, just in case he doesn't.
See, this is the crazy part, man. I understand not liking the heat that you getting from something, right? Because pressure bust pipes, and what this looks like, what this seems like to me is that family that owned the trademark was getting pressured from people. I don't know if they was getting threats. They was getting heat, and because of how he was coming about, what he was saying, the one interview he was talking about some safe line repair, safe line replace. Everybody remember that, John. So that's like I said, like that, like people are trying to make him trying to make a martyr out of him, even though he's been an activist for years, even before all of this. And when you do the research, he's actually genuine in what he's actually doing, and it's a great thing he's doing. There's a lot of different organizations that are around doing different things like what he's doing, like what he's been doing. Let me put emphasis on been doing. Now, this is the thing. It's the out of sight, out of mind fucking thing going on here all over again, okay? Just because you wasn't there and you didn't know about it don't mean he wasn't fucking doing it. Now, yeah, if he got the cosign to do it, hell yeah, I'm a, look, bro. Let me tell you something. If a Black Panther descendant, direct relation was walk with him, gave me the okay to start another Black Panther movement, and I had the resources and the heart and the time and the money or whatever it is that he has to start it to do it, motherfucker, I'm gonna do it too. Because it's what they stand for and what they're doing. I stand for that same shit. And at the end of this, even if I don't play the whole clip, at the end of it, they pretty much say, look, we just gonna call ourselves the Black Lions. We no longer gonna call ourselves, you know what I'm saying? You own the patent, all of that, cool. Whoop-de-woo. So he and what he's doing is this. He's taking the high road because what he doesn't want is the division. The divide and conquer method is going on, and it's subconscious with us. It's conscious with us. It with others. We got to realize what we're battling with. We have been programmed to destroy ourselves from within, to hate ourselves, to hate what we look like, to hate our hair, to hate our heritage, to think we don't have it, to think all we are slaves. We are not meant to think that we are kings. We're not meant to think that we were the first scientists and first mathematicians and the first doctors. They don't want us to think about ourselves as being inventors and being intelligent individuals. So of course, they want us to destroy ourselves from within. So a little bit of pressure. And I'm gonna say it right now, and I don't know who the descendant is, whether it's somebody that's married, is a daughter, it's I don't know who owns the patent for the Black Panthers, but that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. And you ain't stop a fucking thing. You just made yourself look stupid. How stupid you look. Somebody actually out here that's trying to do something about the bullshit, and you worried about a fucking name. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me, the shit reminds me of, oh yeah, when Kristi Noem was in, no, not her. It was some conference, and I think they were talking to Jasmine Crockett and or somebody else, and they were talking about, oh no, they were talking about the dude that cursed. That curse. They were talking about the shit that happened in Minnesota. And he was talking about how, you know what I'm saying, didn't get the fuck out. Yeah. And they were talking to him in a conference. I don't know if it was a press conference or it was just some random interview shit. And they had the nerve to bring up how he cursed. Like, nigga, what? You know, yo, my intrusive thoughts are crazy. You know what I would have said if I was him? I'd have been like, so the fuck what? Like, oh my God, about the cursing. I'm like, you mad about me cursing? I'd have asked them. They probably been like, oh, I'm like, yeah, so the fuck what? There's people that are not alive right now that should be. They should be home with their family. They should be at work. About to come home, about to go. They should be still living their life and they not. Let's talk about that. Let's get mad about that. Before we talk about somebody's word choice. That's all I'm saying. All right, well, this one ran a little bit longer than I wanted to, but like I said, if you have anything that you want to say, if you want to go live one of these times, make sure you go to JERZY South Productions at gmail.com. And yeah, you know, that's another one. JSP Podcast episode 8. Yeah, man. We're doing that. We did that. Yeah, I try not to be too polarized on the politics, but because there's just so much stuff going on, it's hard not to talk about it. Now, there's some other things I want to talk about. Hopefully next time I do get to talk about it. I want to go over the AI, the stuff that I was working on before. I do want to go over what it's actually doing to the economy too, and how much water it uses. I'm not sure if everybody is aware of that. Are you ready for the revolution? I talked about that as well with the water and the food. And there are things that you can do that are legal. We're going to go over that and how you can actually, go about doing that if there's somebody that want to live off the grid or something like that. Also, New Jersey gun laws. I want to go over New Jersey gun laws because I live in New Jersey, thus the Jersey South Productions. And yeah, I want to go over them. I don't know if people are aware of them. I wasn't aware of certain things, and I want to make sure people understand what they are. And yeah. We'll probably do that on the next episode. And until then, people, I appreciate everybody for tapping in, everybody that shared, everybody that tapped in. And, if you want to go to YouTube, you can subscribe to that, my YouTube channel as well. All of that stuff is on all my pages. So if you have me anywhere on social media, you can find all the other pages. A lot of crazy shit going on, but I want to make sure everybody understands tough times don't last, but tough people will. Okay. We are resilient people. That's what we are. We've got over Great Depressions. We've got over, uprisings. We've gotten over, the slave trade. My people, like, we're strong. And I mean all my people. I mean all my people. The people that see what we're seeing as wrong. You're my people. You're who I'm talking to. So if you understand what's going on is wrong, let's do what we can do to stop it. Let's not be afraid to do the hardest thing. Keep standing up, people. Till next time, I'll holla at you.